Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. This is a continuation of the 7 churches exposed. Today's topic is Satan, which Satan is false Israel. Now I know, brothers and sisters, we've been getting a lot of bad information. We've been told a lot of things that are not true, which means that we have been deceived by the enemy. So ask yourself, who is the enemy? Is it the so-called devils and demons that they say that you're fighting, that you can't see? Or do we take what they say and throw it in the trash and realize that these devils and demons are physical humans and not something that you're fighting that's invisible, that is very visible to the eye, and your exact enemy is right in front of you, plotting your death every day, which is the devil, which is Massa, which is the ones who took us from our land and brought us here and inflicted and enslaved us for 400 years, and his black-faced children who he produced from the rape of the black woman, which is his demons, half devil, half man. See? So that's what we're doing here, brothers and sisters, to highlight our enemies, to make everything that's fairy tale and make-believe into reality, to take what they say and destroy it and replace it with the truth. So giving you the ability to see what's going on right in front of you in real time, bringing you up to speed on what's taking place in reality, to show you that your reality is real and not some fairy tale make-believe mystery crap that they tell you that's illogical, that does not make sense, because everything they do is to destroy you, brothers and sisters. They want you to play along with these games, all in to destroy you. All these things are to destroy you and your mind, because that's how much they hate you. That's exactly what they're doing, trying to destroy your mind and eventually find a way to eliminate you altogether, brothers and sisters. So once you can get past that point that devils and demons aren't spiritual entities, that they're physical humans, now you can start to see that Satan itself is a group of people or individuals who has and had something to do with your enslavement and affliction. You see? And who these Satan really are. These satanic people really are. They say satanic, right? Which is false Israel, which the scriptures back up is false Israel. If you look in Revelations, which is the time that we're in, the end of all books, in Revelations chapters 2 and 3, verse 9 both, it explains exactly who Satan is, which it says the ones who claim to be Jews, but they are not, but they are lying. The ones that are lying, they are not, but synagogue of the Satan. So that's what Revelation has to say, and that's Jesus speaking. That's Jesus himself telling you that indeed Satan is false Israel. Those who are claiming to be Jews, but they are not, but they are lying. They are synagogue of the Satan. Synagogue has something to do with the Jews. Don't they have synagogues? It's a direct connection to those individuals, and it is telling you exactly who they are. So if you believe in the scripture, brothers and sisters, and those who claim that they understand the scripture, then you understand that Jesus is speaking. And so this is what they say. Oh, look at these things. Look at this. Look at this. See? But they always believe in one part and don't believe in the other. But they never bring up this part, that it exposes exactly who Satan is. It exposes where Satan's throne is. It exposes where Satan is dwelling. It exposes the depth of Satan, that you wouldn't know the deep of Satan. And not one of them is righteous. Not one of them are good. That's what it says about false Israel. Not one of them is good. See? But we have Demon Farrakhan, which is the leader of the Nation of Islam, saying that some are good. It's just the satanic Jews. That's what we mean by satanic Jews, huh? No, it says not one of them are good. Not one of them. That's what the scriptures say. And it means the entire false Israel. They all are Satan. That's what we're here to do. That's what the purpose of the Seven Churches book is, to highlight, to expose, to put the light on false Israel, to shine that light bright and bust his face wide open with the truth that he is Satan, that he is false, that he is not who he claims to be, that he is Satan masquerading as an angel of light, claiming to be the true seed of Abraham, but he is indeed Satan, who has stolen our identity, who has stolen our birthright. That's who Satan is, brothers and sisters. Satan is not some person that's in hell waiting on you, waiting to torment and torture you. That was a tool used to psychologically destroy your mind, brothers and sisters. That's what they used to during our affliction, in our servitude. That's what they use to terrorize and torture you with fear, to make your heart weak, which affects your mind. Like I explained, brothers and sisters, all these things are tactics to destroy your mind, to destroy who you are, to destroy you, brothers and sisters. And these people were set up to do just that, to throw you off, to make you feel as if these things have already taken place, that these things have already taken place in the Bible. That the Bible is past tense, but we're living out the Bible. We're living out the scriptures. The scriptures is future tense, meaning we're making these things happen. We are in real time with these events, but they claim that these events have already happened to throw you off, because you have to understand that these people are under judgment, and they knew that they would be under judgment around this time because they knew the scriptures. They knew they were taught the scripture out the womb. They were taught Exodus, which means to exit out the womb. They knew what was going on, so they was trying to match the description of the Bible. They were trying to match all the things that were taking place in the Bible, and they knew that they were in trouble when 2020 came, which is 2019, 2020, the year of the plague. They knew exactly what happened when they got hit with the plague and it backfired, and they tried to kill us, annihilate us, and it didn't happen the way they expected, and they were the ones dropping. But that wasn't supposed to happen, because it was supposed to pass over those, because it would pass over those with the lamb's blood, but it didn't pass over them. It was killing those people. It was killing all the devils. It was killing Satan, false Israel. It was killing all the devils, all those devils. You see? And the black people that were dying were demons. But it passed over Africa, passed over Hades. See? Because it passed over those with the lamb's blood, meaning you had to have the same DNA or the same bloodline as the Lamb of God, which is the Son of Man. You had to be original like the Son of Man, which is Son of God, Jesus. So all those who it didn't pass over, you were not the Son of God. I mean, you were not you did not have the same blood as a lamb. See? Which means you were not original. So these people are not who they claim to be. They are Satan. That's what it is. That's what the world is needing. That's the information that they need. They don't know. They know that these people, their cover is being blown. They're not buying that these people are great people. See, they're not buying it anymore. Off what's taking place in the Middle East with the war, the thing that's all this stuff that's happening over there with them and Hamas, with the Palestinians and how they forced them out of their land, where they supposed to be, God was supposed to give them the land, they forced it out of them, and they was doing the same thing America did, which is to kill, steal, and destroy, and commit genocide, murder. You see, doing all those things to these people. You see, killing innocent women and children. See, now they're being exposed. See, now they're being see, now their true colors is reflecting. Now everyone see them for who they are, and now all they need is a little help. And the scriptures say that they are Satan. That's what the scriptures say. It says they're Satan, brothers and sisters. It says, I am giving out the synagogue of the Satan, of the ones saying themselves Jews to be and not they are, but they are lying. And the blasphemy are the ones saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but synagogue of the Satan. So you see, they're Satan, brothers and sisters. That's what it says. And it says, when then are we better than they? No, in no wise, for we before laid to the charge both of Jews and Greeks that they are all under sin, as it is written, there is none righteous, not one. There is none that is understood. There is none that seek after God. They have all turned aside. They are together become worthless. There is none that does good. No, not so much as one. That's what it says, brothers and sisters. Not one. In Farrakhan, he's one of them. His father is a Portuguese Jew. You see? His father is a Portuguese Jew, which makes him a Jew, which makes him a false Israel. See? So his father, by the name of Percival Clark, is a devil. He's a son of a devil. That's exactly why he's saying the satanic ones, not all of them, the satanic one. And the scriptures clearly say that they are worthless, and there is none that does good. Not so much as one. None of them are good. But Farrakhan, who's over the Nation of Islam, who's supposed to be for blacks, is saying that Jews are good, that some are good, but the scriptures say none are good. None of these devils are good. And he's saying devils aren't devils anymore, but that's not true. You see, because he is indeed a devil himself, a devil in black skin. And see, he's helping him because he's doing exactly what Satan is doing. He's the little Satan. You see? And he's claiming that he's exposing Satan, right? But he's not exposing Satan completely. But he's supposed to be exposing Satan. He's the one that's exposing Satan. But it says Satan would expose Satan. He's the one exposing Satan, right? But he's saying that some are good, but not all. I mean, some are good, but some of them are bad. Not all of them are bad, but some of them, you see, not all of them bad, just the satanic ones. But the scripture clearly says not one of them are good. So, and he said that Elijah Muhammad said we don't call him devil no more, which is not a fact. If you look at the Supreme Wisdom Lessons, it still states that a devil is a devil. That's exactly who they are. So, he's not teaching the original teachings of the teachings. He's not teaching the teachings of Master Prophet Muhammad, the original lessons that he left for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to teach. He's changing the fabric of the Nation of Islam because he's a devil. He's a tar baby. He's a Oreo. You see, he's white on the inside, black on the outside. He's a wolf in sheep clothing. See, and he's doing exactly what Satan is doing, which is causing us to commit fornication and to eat things that we're not supposed to be eating, meaning the knowledge he's given us and tainting our minds and programming us and telling us to do stuff that a wolf would tell you to do. Tell a sheep to do wolf things and tell them it's okay to love wolves and it's okay to love devils. Devils ain't devils no more, you see? And get our people involved in stuff that's destroying them and poison their mind and give them the devil's mind. You see, and get them hooked on drugs and music and stuff, and get them involved in the industry and get them involved with the pastors and the preachers and the demons that's destroying their minds. See? That's what is going on. It says that Satan was the god of this world. So you don't think that Satan took over the nation of Islam? It says Satan was the god of this world, and the last time I checked, false Israel runs everything around the world. They're in control in all the places. They have connections. They're the ones calling the shots. They're the ones in the industry. They're the ones in the entertainment business. They're the ones putting out the media. They're the one putting out for the eyes to see. They're the ones doing all these things. They're the ones who had a hand in the slave trade. They funded it, brothers and sisters. These people are not your friends. Farrakhan is not your friends. These pastors and preachers and reverends and all these individuals, these so-called woke folk, these fake advocates who claim to love black people, they're not your friends. Even if they mean you well, it's still unintentionally wrong information that they are gathering for you that's causing your destruction. So anyone that's not telling you or giving you this information here, that your enemy is the devil, your enemy is a demon, that Satan is false Israel. Satan is not your friend. And anyone telling you to pray for false Israel, they're confused. Anyone that's saying that you should be alone with false Israel is confused. You see? And it clearly states that they're not who they claim to be. It clearly states that the ones saying themselves Jews to be and not they are, but they are lying. And the blasphemy are the ones saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but synagogue of the Satan. And brothers and sisters, we can go even further with it. See? It even says it in their name that they are not who they are. See? They're so ignorant, they're so dumb that they themselves would call themselves false. You see that? False Israel. They call themselves false Israel. Which is an indication that they are not who they claim to be. False Israel. You see? Who would do that? Ask yourself, who would name themselves false Israel? Wouldn't you name yourself true Israel, the Israel, we're Israel? You see? But no, they call themselves false, which is an indication that they are not who they claim to be, that they are indeed imposters. And then not only that, they spell Israel wrong. You see how this is spelled wrong? Anything that's real is spelled like this. I-S, you see, and then R-E-A-L, Israel. But they spell it like this, which is not real. You see, brothers and sisters, these things are simple. It's just that simple. These people aren't who they claim to be. They are the synagogue of Satan. They are Satan. You see? And they've been playing a role. They've been playing a position. They were put in the position that they were put in because the black man and woman was discovered as God's chosen people. So they established those people in that land in 1948 to counteract our claim that we were the true seed of Abraham. You see? And they've been hiding behind false Israel to protect themselves from being discovered as wicked devils who was and still is terrorizing God's people for 400 years plus. So this is the mask that they're hiding behind. This is the foundation that they've set up to thrive off of, to connect themselves as a spiritual seed of Abraham. They're claiming to be us, which is a direct interference with our connection, brothers and sisters, of our unity, because these people are claiming to be us. So you have people that's against you, and these people are directly against you because they came into existence as the same year as the Christ. It said a star will rise in the east to show the conception of Jesus. So that means Jesus and Antichrist would be the same age. That's where you get Christ and Antichrist from. So these people are directly against us because these people came into existence to proclaim that they were the seed of Abraham to counteract our claim as being so. So that's why they were set up, and Hitler was killing them, right? See, they was telling us about this in school. About they dedicated the whole semester to the Holocaust. You see, to what happened to the Anne Frank and them, right? They was putting that in our mind that this is the worst massacre that ever happened in history. But no, the black man and woman of America, the Holocaust, was the worst tragedy in American history, or the world's history, or whatever you want to call it. Was the worst thing that ever happened. But they call it CRT. But they won't say that about the Holocaust. That only happened for 4 or 5 years. And not only that, these people deserved what they did. Because, you see, back in excuse me, brothers, back in World War One, with the war between Germany and Britain, you see, they lost that war because of the German Jews. They betrayed their own country. They helped Britain win that war back in 1917. They helped them win that war, and for exchange for them, Britain bribed them to help them win the war in turn of giving them land, which they did not give them until 26 years later. After they found out we were the true seed of Abraham, then they placed them in their land. But not only that, you got to remember that during that time when they helped them win that war, they helped Britain win that war, they betrayed their country. Germany went down the drain. The German people had a depression, a recession type deal. They had skyrocketed inflation, skyrocketed inflation, and they had a Great Depression, and people suffered from food shortages and famine for a long time, and between 100,000, 200,000 of their people died of disease and starvation. You see? So their people, you can see the direct impact it had on their people. And when Hitler rose to power, he promised that he would get them back. And so that's what took place with those people. So everybody, they was playing the why me card. They was playing the boo-hoo card. They was playing this card the whole time. They was playing innocent, but they weren't innocent. They were traitors. And if you know anything about traitors, that anybody who trade against their country is your fate is sealed. That's death. It means anybody know if you are for your country and you trade on your country, they are going to kill you. So once they found out, they did what anybody would do, which is wipe those people out, kill those individuals. See, but this is what the world is missing out on. This is the information that they don't have. They don't have this information that false Israel sold out their people. They've been playing this role like somebody did something to them for no reason. You don't have all the facts. You don't have all the evidence of why they went through all these things. You don't have the evidence of why they went through what they went through. They just telling you, they playing the sympathy card. They're playing off your emotions that everybody attacked us and poor us and we survived it. Oh, and they claimed that these people were God's people when they found out who we were. And they stopped killing those people, and they established them in that land that they claimed that they would give them after them helping them win that war. So it all worked out. So 26 years later, they established these people in this land, which is Palestine. But see, that's another thing. That's another indication that they're not who they claim to be. See, because this here is the Abrahamic covenant. See, this is the covenant of if you are a Semite, which they claim to be, and they claim that everyone else is a anti-Semite, which means to be against God, a anti-Christ. They claim that everybody's a anti-Semite, but they are indeed the anti-Semites. And anti-Semitism is at its highest of all time, because we're in that time, brothers and sisters, and things are heating up, and they are under attack, and things are getting worse for them. And this is a sign that they're in trouble, that they're losing, that they're being exposed, that that face card, that sympathy card is being bursted open. You see, they're getting hit right in the face, and they're being exposed, brothers and sisters. Because it said, see, they was given Palestine, and remember I said they took their land first. It said God would give them the land, but they took the land. Remember that. They're supposed to be given, and they're supposed to have peace, but they haven't had peace since. And not only that, it says here, it said, in the same day that the Lord made a covenant with Abram, said, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates, which is Arabia, great Arabia. So God was supposed to give them the land that is called Great Arabia, which is Arabia. See? They're supposed to be located in Arabia, but they're located in the wrong land. They're located in Palestine, in Jerusalem. So that's another indication that they're not who they claim to be, because they're sitting on the wrong land. They sitting in little Palestine, and they're supposed to be sitting in Great Arabia. You see? So this is more fuel for the fire. See, more ammunition, shooting them right in their face, blowing their face off, just exposing them more, highlighting the fact that they're not who they claim to be. You see? So this is what the seven churches book is doing. It's ripping their face off. It's putting their face in the dirt. It's putting them in a body bag. It's putting a cancellation on their falseness. You see? It's canceling out falsehood, brothers and sisters, and exposing them for being Satan. That's what it says. That's what it says they are. And not only that, brothers and sisters, it also says, it says, know of a surety that thy seed shall be sojourners in a land that is not theirs. That's what I said. We be strangers, sojourners in a land that is not ours, which they are not strangers. Like I said, they came from Germany, right? And that's in the east. And they went to Palestine, which is still in the east. That's next door to one another. That's not foreign. That's not strange. That's next door. Strange would be from east to west or west to east. So last time I checked, we're still the only people that fit the description of being in a foreign land, in a strange land, because we were indeed from the east, from Africa, and brought over here to the west, to the hills of North America. See? So we are the only ones who fit this description, and it says here that we will serve them, and they will be afflicted for 400 years by this nation, in whom in this nation will be judged, and afterwards we shall come out with great substance. You see? So that's what the scripture shares, brothers and sisters. And we're the only people that fit that description that ever went through 400 years of anything in a strange land. You see? And we are the seed of Abraham. It says, know of a surety that thy seed, they're not the seed of Abraham. They're the anti-Semites. We're the Semites. They're the anti-Semites. They're not the seed of Abraham. They're the seed of a devil. It says not one of them are good. Not one of them. That's what Jesus said. Jesus said that they are the synagogue of Satan. It said know a tree by the fruit it bears. You see, kill, steal, destroy, make mischief and shed blood, kill innocent women and children. Do the same thing America did. Rapists, pedophiles, slave owners. These are the people that they are. They're Satan masquerading as an angel of light, and they are Satan. It says the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. And the blasphemy out, the ones saying Jews to be themselves, and not but synagogue of the Satan. It said as many ones as not are having the teaching this, the Injil, having this higher pressure, this higher knowledge, this supreme wisdom, as many ones as not are having the teaching this, who not they knew the things deeper to Satan. It says Satan is the god of this world, who deceived everyone who didn't know who Satan was, and continue to believe that God is of this reality is Jesus, but indeed it is Satan. You see? So that's what's going on, brothers and sisters. That's what the awakening is. That's what the enlightening is. That's what the rising of your consciousness is, to bring you up to par, to get your mind back in rotation and thinking in the right direction, logically connecting, and you see, connecting these dots, putting these things together, showing you how it can be proven, showing you the proof, giving you the proof, unlike these pastors and preachers and reverends and the ION, NOI, you see what I'm saying? These people are phonies, fakes, liars, you see? And then if you paid attention to the broadcast, they weren't talking about nothing but we so sinful and getting ready for New Year's resolutions and ready to celebrate this next holiday that these devils set up for you to lose. You see, but indeed we know that New Year's don't start till March in spring, March of 21st of March. That's when the real New Year's start, when spring begins. So they're sitting around waiting to tell you so sinful, telling you you're not ready for this and you're not ready for that, and we're gonna get you prepared. And a lot of you ain't got God with you, and God and this and that. What are you talking about? Break down what you're talking about. What God? What God in you? You are the God. Ain't no God in you. You are the God. You are the ones. What do you mean? So bring me up to speed. Talk what's going on in the Middle East. What's going on over there? I thought this was Armageddon. I thought this was the beginning. Armageddon has started. So why are we talking about that? Why are we talking about New Year's resolutions? Why are we talking about these issues when there's bigger things that's taking place? You see, we can speak about those things in other meetings. So what are we talking about? Ishmael, what are we saying? Why aren't we telling our people about Genesis chapter 15, verse 13 through 18, reminding them of their vision, that the people without a vision would perish? Why are you not talking about these things? You never read the whole covenant. You never go all the way into it because you're crooked. That's why. You're not going to say it because you're a traitor. You see what happens to traitors. You see what's going to happen to you. You see? You're a fool. You see? And it said, if you be a fool to stay in the land of your imprisonment, which this covenant clearly covers. And it says that God said unto Abram that we will leave out of here. He said we will get out of here. You see? And not only that, it says it in Revelations. It says it in Revelation chapter 3. It says it in the book of the seven churches. In the church of Philadelphia, it tells you exactly. It says exactly what's going to take place. And it says, the one conquering I shall make him pillar in the divine habitation of the God of me, and outside not, which is a cancellation. It says, and outside he shall go out yet, and I shall write upon him the name of the God of me, the name of the city of the God of me, of the new Jerusalem. You see what I'm saying? Which is the new ark, which is our new reality, which means this is the Abrahamic covenant. This is that vision that we getting the hell out of here. That we're not staying we're not staying here. We're not staying in 6 states. We're not staying in 6, 7 states. We're not taking reparations. We're not taking 40 acres in a mule. We're not doing any of those things. Brothers and sisters, we're getting the hell out of here. We're going to keep spreading this message. Keep telling our people about our vision. Keep telling our people a people how the vision will perish, which is the devil's agenda, which is the devil's plan, which is to not give you a vision, which is to give you the American dream, which is indeed your destruction. And we're going to keep telling our people that Satan is false Israel. The ones claiming to be Jews, but they are not. They are lying. They are synagogue of the Satan. They're Satan. None of them are good. Not one. That's what the scriptures tell you. And they claim that we're cursed, but they're the ones cursed. Because it says those who curse us, those who curse Israel will be cursed. Those who bless Israel will be blessed. And they've been blessing the wrong people because they think that false Israel is the chosen, is God's chosen people. So when that backfires and they're destroyed, what do you think that means? Now they find out that the mask they was hiding behind, and now they're exposed for being wicked son of a devils. Now, you see? And how they're coming at us because we have second claim to that. We are the seed of Abraham. We are the Semites. And now they realize that their fate is sealed and they're under judgment and they're destined for hell and they're not getting saved anymore, that they're hell bound. And you're the reason for their judgment. And that's the point of this, because it says flee. It says flee. It says when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that its destruction is near. What is false Israel? Jerusalem is the capital of what? It's false Israel. You see? It's false Israel, brothers and sisters. The capital of Jerusalem is false Israel. Right. Exactly, brothers and sisters. The capital of false Israel is Jerusalem. That's what I mean. The capital of false Israel is Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the capital of what? False Israel. So that's when it says, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that the destruction is near. And it tells you to flee. It says flee. Do not go into your houses. Do not go into your rooftops. Do not go back into your houses and grab anything. Do not go back to grab your baby. Do not go back to grab your charger. Do not go back to grab a bottle of water. Do not go nowhere inside to do nothing. Don't go back to grab your key. It say flee. This is when our people are now, they realize who you are, and you are you're an existential threat to their life, and now they're coming to kill you. You get it? So now you are in total danger. That's what this whole book is set up for. It's a setup. The configuration of the book is a warning sign to you that once you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that the destruction is near, and it says flee. Who are you fleeing from? You're fleeing from the devil. You fleeing from the woman or brother, or not brother, from the woman or the devil that you're sleeping with. The friends or whoever you're around, the people in your neighborhood, these devils that you're around going to find out who you are, and they're going to kill you because you are a direct link to their judgment, that you are their judgment, that the will of Allah is to do unto them as was done to us. And they realize that now that they're in danger and they're coming to kill you. So you have to get out of the suburbs and get to the inner city and gather with your people and become a great army. That's what it says. We would be a great army. You see? That's what it says, brothers and sisters. And it says, I will make thee a great army, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and be thou a blessing. I will bless them that bless thee, and him that curse thee will I curse. So you know exactly what's going to take place, brothers and sisters. These people ain't going to play with you. That's when the envier becomes envious. The envier becomes envious. The person who had everything gonna be jealous of the person who had nothing. You see how they treated you when they had nothing. You see how they treated you when you had nothing and they had everything. So imagine how they're gonna treat you when they have nothing and you have everything. That's when the envier becomes envious and he reach out from his grave to snatch you with him. He know that his fate is sealed and he's destined for hell and death and famine and starvation and all these things in hell, complete hell. You see. And he's going to take you along with him and wants you to be in association with his crimes and all his evil deeds and wants you to be punished. And that's what the purpose. This is what they should be talking about on Sunday broadcasts. This is what they should be talking about every time they're talking to our people, telling them that their lives is in direct danger because once false Israel goes down, once false Israel is destroyed by Iran, once they lose that war with Iran in the Middle East, that their life is in danger because it says that once they find out that they're Satan, and these devils will find out that they're wicked devils and demons. And once the demons find out that they demons, man, they're gonna tear this place up, and it's gonna be a war here. And these people are gonna kill you. And not only that, the oil supply gonna be cut. So there's not gonna be the oil, and this is an industrial complex. It runs off oil, so there's gonna be no electricity, no electricity, no computers, no cars, no food, no heat, no. You see what I'm you get where I'm going with this? And then don't forget you're 3/5 of a human, so you're classified as an animal. And when they don't have any food, who do you think they're gonna eat? Brothers and sisters, this is what's going on. This is what is going on. And these people don't have any compassion for you. They don't even have any for their own. It said that the most tender-hearted man won't have compassion for his wife and his children. It says that a woman will give birth in silence to eat her child in the afterbirth. It said that children will be gray-headed. It said that men's hearts have fell from fear for what's to come. We're in a time of unprecedented trouble, a time like no other, and never will there be. Something that you've never experienced. No one has ever experienced. That's why this is the purpose of the information, so you can grasp this information and raise your consciousness of thinking to get yourself out of this gravitational vortex, this reality, just get you out of this suction of this reality. You see? To get you out of this gravitational pull of this reality that's pulling you down, that's going down. This reality is on fire and it's about to collapse and burn down. It's never about to be a nation again. It's about to be destroyed. And they're telling you to stay here in the land of your imprisonment, and it's going to be destroyed. Remember, it's called the fall of America, right? So why the hell would you want to set up why would you want to stay here and set up and establish here and stay here? And it's about to be destroyed. Doesn't make sense, brothers and sisters. It's not a logical decision to make. See, because that's demon talk. We're surrounded by people that look like me and you, but they're not us. They're master's children. So that's devil talk. They want you to stay here. And it says that we want complete separation. The covenant tells you that we're going home. You see, the covenant tells you we're going home. The 7 churches tell you we're going home. I'm telling you, going home. Jesus telling you, go home. Master Farad Muhammad is preparing a way for you to go home, and everything that's going on in the world is centered around the Abrahamic covenant. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, Satan is false Israel, and the devil is the enemy who took you from your land and brought you here and tormented and tortured you. And these demons are those in disguise, cancer in our communities, causing friction, causing conflict. Have devil, have man, the seed of the devil. So if you can't identify your enemies, then you are your enemy, brothers and sisters. So with that being said, thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.